Hello, my name is Mrs. Clark, and I am going to be mostly the teacher that you see on the videos for this literacy class. This is a semester-long course, and it does count for math. We will go through a lot of different math things. We're going to go through some like background things. We're going to talk about why are things the way that they are, and then here's the math that goes behind it. So we kind of go back and forth with different formats. So this is my class. I kind of want to go through how you do this. So again, it's a one semester class. So we have our learning modules right here. And we're going to go through and you're going to start with the taxes unit. And so the taxes unit, you will notice that you need to complete all of the items. So you're going to have to go through each one in order. And you'll have to complete each one. As you go through them, I like to put as the first part of this, I like to put, what are we going to be learning in this unit? And that's where I'm going to put all the standards. I also put the link for the complete, your entire unit of notes. This class has a lot of story problems or really long problems. So I give all of my students a note packet with all of that in it. So you'll open that up. I give you a digital copy, but your teacher may give you a paper copy. I know I give my students a paper copy that are taking me in person. All of these slides will be available right there. So if you would like to look at all of them, I created them as PowerPoints. So sometimes they don't link quite right, but it shouldn't be too bad. When I converted it to a Google slide, sometimes the formatting got a little weird, and maybe you can just let your teacher know and they can fix that. So the other thing that I like to do is the delivery of content. And you'll know that it's the delivery of content and new things that you're learning by this little brain emoji. The brain emoji says, I'm going to learn something. So I went through all of the slides and I made them smaller. So this is just the welcome. This is the table of contents. So like the first thing that we're going to cover in our taxes unit is taxes and your pay stub. Now this goes through each thing in your note packet. And if there's a video, you can just click straight there and watch the video from there. So this one says, watch this video, and you're going to answer some questions. This happens to be an ed puzzle that you'll do, and you'll answer those questions. Not all of them are ed puzzles. A lot of them are just quick YouTube videos that give you a little bit of synopsis. Some are a little bit longer, just because there's a lot of background. I like to use a lot of news broadcasts and things of that nature. We also do a lot of articles. So you'll go through that. This is your federal tax receipt. Now this is a link, but it's an interactive, so you can kind of go through that. I added the link right here. How to read it. This is another ed puzzle. Reading your pay stub, so you're going to practice doing it. This is another interactive. So each thing may have something, but you'll be doing something. And then there's something called a fine print. We will do a lot of fine prints because in financial literacy, there is a lot of stuff that you have to read the fine print. So we'll go through that. This one says it's the next thing on the module. So if you go down to next, it's going to take you right to it, and then you can start it. Some of my students like to see the pay stub on a separate page, so sometimes there'll be a link to it, sometimes there won't be. It just depends on what the students had asked for in person, but you should be able to do that, and then you'll answer all of these questions. Again, you only get 3 attempts, and it'll keep your highest score. So that is pretty neat. And then you'll just hit next. And then look, I've got another brain, which means I'm going to be learning some new things. These all line up with your notes. So if I have them up, let's see. This might not be, yeah, this is unit 1. So all of your notes are a Google, they are a Google Doc, and they should be printed out, and if not, you have the digital copy right there. So now we're on teens and taxes, and this is where you would go through that. You'd answer the questions there, and then it kind of walks you through what you're doing. There's some updated tax figures. Again, this is just the taxes unit, so I'm kind of just giving you an idea. If you could, as you complete them and you leave and you come back, because obviously you're probably not going to finish an entire unit in one day. Who knows? Some people might, but I doubt that you will. You can leave and come back and just start right back up. The good thing about this, it says teens and taxes. This matches exactly with your notes. So the reason why I did that was so that you could come back and forth. This is going to be tax. The next thing after that is tax tables, worksheets, and schedules. Now, worksheets is referring to tax worksheets, but there are actually some worksheets that you'll be doing. And then I provide the answer keys for you. Your teacher may or may not have that uploaded for you until you turn it in. That might be something for you, but the teacher does have access to this. There's some more fine prints. Again, the fine prints, you'll know that it's a fine print because there'll be that magnifying glass letting you know that you're looking for the fine print. And then the smiley face right here, the little sun smiley face, this means that you're actually completing an assignment. This will be something that you'll be turning in addition to your note packet. So this right here actually is a project that we do in my class, and it's worth the same amount as an assessment. So I have it in there as 100 points. Again, your teacher may decide to do something different, and you need to refer to what your teacher would like you to do. But this is something that you're going to do, and there is another video of me walking you through how to complete that. And then you will submit it on a Google form. You'll submit all your answers, and that is how that will work. There's also a file that you will be using that you'll submit on this as well. Because there's some review questions, reflection questions. And then I have a formative for you to take. And the formative, you'll know it's a formative because of the check marks. So the check marks on there mean that you will be either doing a formative or a summative, one or the other, but they do mean that they're assessments. So hopefully that answers your questions. Hopefully that gives you a quick rundown. There are 5 units. I do break the units, some of the larger units up. So you might see for instance, unit 2 is banking and expenses, and I've got checking, and then you'll do savings. So that is how that all works. And then you'll go into credit, and credit will be broken up into different parts because that's such a large unit. If you have any questions, please refer back to your teacher. Otherwise, I hope you have a great semester. I hope you learned something about your money, and I hope you just have a great experience. Thanks.